Welcome to Make It Happen Monday, my weekly dose of healthy inspiration. But first, I'm so excited to share my Just Say Whoa to Inflammation e-course is finally here. Enrollment opens today, and today is Cyber Monday, which means, yes, you can expect to enroll for a significant discount. We'd love to have you. Inflammation is the primary driver of most every chronic disease. This is a message that everyone needs to hear. Today, I want to share a really quick, easy, super healthy dish. It takes zero culinary skill, and the first I want to tell you the story behind it. So a couple weeks ago, it was lunchtime, and I don't have a lot of time to prepare, lunch. And my standard lunches, you've heard me talk about this. I usually do a big, one dish meal. It's usually going to do a big salad, but it's not uncommon when the weather begins, particularly when there's a sudden shift in the temperature and it gets cooler, and which is what was going on that particular day. I just didn't want a salad. And my body was like, no, I don't want that. I wanted something more, something warmer. So I thought, okay, how can I figure out a way to make a soup that has all the different plant-based foods I want in it? And it kind of occurred to me, and I whipped it together. Again, it took me no more than 5 minutes, and I've done it multiple times since. So here's what, well, before I tell you what to do, I'm going to remind you why soups, vegetable-based broth soups, are so special. First of all, like a salad, they're a one-dish meal that can readily accommodate a huge variety of plant-based foods. That is so valuable. It is the top thing you can do to ensure the healthy microbiome. Plant variety, the sweet spot is 30 a week, and having a healthy microbiome might be the most important thing for you to do for your health, right? Okay, so it's a big deal. Soups allow for that. The other thing is they are uniquely sating. Soups are very special for weight control. There have been interesting clinical trials done on this. We don't know exactly the mechanisms. They've tried to figure it out, but we think it's a combination of they have a lot of water. Water fills you up, yet it has no calories. Vegetables have 80 to 90+% water, and it's trapped water and fiber. You get the combination of water and fiber, particularly soluble fiber. Oh my gosh, unbelievably sating, because when water and soluble fiber are together, they form a gel, and that gel is heavy. 5 grams of fiber, which you could easily get in a vegetable soup, will combine with a quart of water. That weighs 2 pounds. You get 2 pounds sitting in your stomach. You don't think you're going to be full for hardly any calories. Anyway, so uniquely great for weight controls, filling you up without filling you out, getting plant variety in. So how did I do the soup? I opened up my refrigerator. I knew I wanted a soup. It's like, how can I do this fast? And I looked and I said, there's my jar of vegetables. So it's not uncommon at the end of the night that I'm going to have a little bit of leftover dinner vegetables. And what I do is I just dump them all together, oftentimes in a big quart jar, because I love adding them to my lunch salads, right? And I don't care, I like them all mixed up together. And so I saw my jar of these various leftover veggies, and then I always have vegetable broth because I buy it by the case from Costco, because how can you live without having this? So I make all my rice in this. I use this as the base of my Sunday night soups. I cook my quinoa in it. There are other uses, but so, vegetable broth. I always have white miso, so should you. This is a fermented soy food. Of all soy foods, have so much greatness about them, and fermented soy foods are particularly good. And miso has the benefits of adding a nice, savory, umami flavor, a little saltiness, a little bit of sweet too in the white miso, yet you don't get the adverse effects of the sodium like you do in salt. And then baked tofu or tempeh. I tend to prefer the baked tofu, and I always have both these things in my refrigerator. They're ready to go. You can eat them just like this. And so what I did is I took out a little pot, I dumped in some broth, I stirred in a little bit of miso, I turned the heat up, I dumped in the vegetables, and like, just so you know, like, what have I eaten for veggies this week? Oh my gosh. So what do we have in here? So we have roasted carrots, we have some purple cabbage, there's some black rice in here, there's some beans in there, there's some chanterelle mushrooms in there, there's some white button mushrooms in there, there's some string beans in there, there's onions in there, butternut squashes in there. I don't know, so it's probably like 10 different veggies in that. So broth, a little miso, add the veggies, dice up a little tofu or tempeh, voila! Big bowl of that will fill you up. It's delicious, it's easy. A little extra things you can do to it. You want to flavor it up with some herbs and spices. Remember, they can't count as a plant-based food toward trying to get that 30 a week. So mixed Italian seasonings, you can do cumin, you can do garlic, you can do any one you want. I mean, you probably, whatever you want to do. Not uncommon. I always have seeds in my fridge. I love I love the texture of a little seed, a crunchy seed in a soup. And so I add the sesame seeds. No, these are sunflower seeds to it sometimes. Anyway, so lots of different things you can do. It's a reason to cook extra veggies at night, so you'll have them available to add to your, hopefully lunch, soups, or salads.